there's millions of people all over the world who are suffering from abuse, whether it's in their home or it's societal abuse, whether it's economic oppression or racial oppression and discrimination or gender oppression. I just realized that this is so broad-based in our world today, and that people are suffering, and I would say the vast majority of people don't have any access to help. They're just trying to survive the best they can. And so the idea for my book was really born a long time ago, which was just to sort of make this public understanding. Like we hurt each other, and there's lasting effects that have an effect on all of human beings everywhere. I talk about America in therapy because I live in America, and that's the country that I'm familiar with. But I think most of what I'm saying really has a global application. I'm taking what I learned in psychotherapy, both about understanding the effects of unstopped abuse on people, and there's many different effects, and that we're seeing them on a national and really on an international level. And I think it's bringing the whole human race to the point where we could go extinct from the ways that we treat one another and the earth, which are sort of inseparable. And at the same time, I think what I've learned from the world of psychology and psychotherapy is that there's things we know about how to help people heal that aren't being used on a national and international level, because for many reasons, and there's many psychological reasons why we don't even use what we know. People who are abusive don't want to give up the power and control that they have over the people that they can dominate and either exploit or misuse, whether it's sexual abuse or financial or whatever it is. And I think the same is true in our country and in countries, that the governments don't want to give up the power that they would have to give up if they looked at the abusive policies and practices that they have over people. It's not financially lucrative for people who are at the, in the 1% or at the top of the food chain. So that's a big one. And what I want to say is, and one of the I have so many themes in my book, but one of them is that we talk about these things as if they're political and ideological issues. But my premise is that they're mental health issues. Mentally healthy people don't exploit, kill, rape, steal, discriminate, see other people as inferior, and wield their power in ways that are not for the common good. And so I'm looking at the whole picture through the mental health lens, because I think it's really missing and we can make everything ideological, or political, and then keep the divisiveness going, which only results in violence, the way I see it. I'm using the model of family therapy as the sort of like the blueprint to look at the larger dynamics of a country. And it could be of an institution, but I'm specifically applying it to America because I see such a correlation, which is your first question, between what happens in abusive, dysfunctional families and what is perpetuated by an abusive, dysfunctional government. And I think to the extent that people don't know about what the psychology is, they think that these are issues of right and wrong, good and bad. Some people are better and worse. Some people, deserve to be treated badly because they're inferior or they're whatever. When really these are, like I'm saying, these are mental health issues. And one of the big points and again, I have a lot of big points. So, but one of the big points is that we condone in our government policies and behaviors that none of us want in our own lives. Nobody wants their children to be killed, or their property to be stolen, or their religion to be maligned. Nobody wants to be excommunicated from society, or, we don't want these things in our own lives, but we allow our government to do these things to people in our own country and people all over the world. And that's a psychological issue. That disconnect between what we all want and prize in our own lives and what we allow to be done to other people is horrifying. And it's part of mental ill health.